My siblings want to reconnect after they stole my inheritance and left me homeless 5 years ago. My phone lit up at 2 a.m. with a text from a number I'd blocked 3 times. It was my sister Vanessa, begging me to answer. My brother Raymond had sent 4 voicemails in the past week. I deleted them all without listening. 5 years ago, these people watched me lose everything and smiled while it happened. My father built his construction company from nothing over 30 years. When he died of a heart attack, his will was crystal clear. The company and the house went to me, his only biological son. Vanessa and Raymond were my stepmother's children from her first marriage. Dad loved them, but he knew who had actually worked beside him for 15 years. I was there at 5 a.m. every morning pouring concrete in summer heat and freezing my hands in winter. I learned every part of that business from the ground up while they slept until noon. 3 days after the funeral, my stepmother Linda called a family meeting. She sat us down in the living room and announced that Dad had changed his will 6 months before he died. Everything goes to me and my children equally, she said without looking at me. I laughed out loud because I'd seen the original will myself. Dad had shown it to me. But when the lawyer arrived, he had paperwork with my father's signature that looked completely authentic. I demanded a handwriting analysis. Linda's lawyer slid a business card across the table and said, "Contested in court if you have $50,000 for legal fees." I had $3,000 in savings and a truck with rust eating through the wheel wells. Within 2 weeks, Linda had me evicted from the house I'd grown up in. Raymond changed the locks on the company office while I was picking up my last paycheck. When I banged on the door, he opened it just enough to say, "You don't work here anymore." Vanessa stood in the driveway watching me load my belongings into garbage bags without saying a single word. A month later, I applied for a job at a competing construction firm. The owner called me into his office and showed me an email from Raymond claiming I'd stolen equipment from my father's company. Fake invoices, fabricated shipping records, even a police report that was never actually filed. I became unhireable in my own industry overnight. I slept in my truck for 3 months that winter. I showered at a gym membership I could barely afford. I ate 1 meal a day from the dollar menu and lost 35 pounds. My credit was destroyed because Linda had taken out cards in my name while Dad was sick. Collections started calling about $40,000 in debt I never created. The worst night was Christmas Eve when I saw Raymond posting photos from inside my childhood home. He was wearing my father's watch. The caption said, "Dad would be proud." I threw my phone against the dashboard so hard the screen shattered into my lap. But I didn't quit. I moved 3 states away and started over completely. Got a warehouse job, then worked my way up to shift supervisor within 18 months. I met my wife Diana at a church fundraiser 2 years later. She knew my whole story before our 3rd date and held my hand through every word. We bought a small house last spring with a backyard for her daughter. That little girl calls me Pops now. I built something real without any of them. Then last month, Vanessa's ex-husband found me on social media. He sent me a video file with no message attached. Security footage from Linda's kitchen, time-stamped 6 years ago. In the video, Linda sat at the table with a man I didn't recognize. Documents spread between them. "My cousin at the bank can notarize and backdate everything for $2,000, the man said. Linda asked about the signature. He slid a practice sheet toward her. "Keep tracing until it's perfect." I watched it 4 times with shaking hands. Then I called a lawyer and forwarded everything. Linda was arrested for fraud and forgery 3 weeks ago. Raymond and Vanessa are being investigated for conspiracy charges. The original will was located in a safety deposit box my father had secretly maintained at a different bank. The house, the company, and 5 years of profits are now legally mine. My siblings keep calling, keep texting, keep begging to explain. I haven't answered once. Some bridges burn for good reason.